Here we go then, the final game of Friday's fixtures on stage 2 features the rock star Joe Cullen and Jamie Hughes. The pair shake hands before getting the serious business underway. The winner will take on Ryan Joyce, who was relentless. There's Joe Cullen's little superstition. There wasn't actually a bit of fluff on that carpet. He just picked up an imaginary piece and chucked it off the stage. That's what he does on any stage he enters. Joe Cullen. And often he plays very well on the big stage, whether it's Euro Tour. Oh, he's found some more. Wasn't any there either. But yeah, he does play quite well, but hasn't played brilliantly of late, Paul. So maybe an opening here for Jamie Hughes, who himself is a very capable player.
Yeah, very much so. But I tell you what, if that's how Joe does the vacuuming at home, it'll take ages. But everyone's got their foibles.
Did you have a superstition before games?
Yeah, when I was doing my practice starts on stage, I would always try and do a 92 checkout.
No, he said try.
Yeah, try. You're not going to hit everything you go for in practice, right?
Sorry, Paul. Going Price has the exact positions he likes to put his items on the table.
Yeah, this two-table setup, they don't know they're born, these players, honestly. Go back to the days where it was just one table and you had to share one with the other player. Here were the days. But now, the man under pressure in this game is outstandingly Joe Cullen, because he's the one expected to win. He's the one with the rep. He's the one who's won a major on the stage. But maybe being on stage 2, the last game on Friday, is a reminder that the Rockstar's got work to do.
Well, Paul Nicholson and I sat here at the start of the afternoon session and saw Ian White depart, the first player to be knocked out of the tournament, and said how difficult a position that was to be in. I'll now reverse the question, particularly in the context of Joe Cullen and the fact that his section of the draw does look pretty open. Being the last player, does that bring its own pressure?
96.
It does, but I suppose Joe's been playing with pressure for years. He should be used to it now. Tournament play and tournament pressure is just his daily life. And the fact that Ryan Joyce is waiting in the next round, it shouldn't make any difference because he's got Jamie Hughes to dispose of first.
Yeah, he certainly won't underestimate Hughes, that's for sure. The player himself who's had success on PDC stages, won a European Tour in Prague just a few years ago.
Can't believe that was over 4 years ago.
And did win
45.
a meeting between the pair, their only meeting this year. Jamie Hughes beat Cullen 6-5 at the very first Players' Championship event of the season. And
94.
Hughes, kind of out of a clear blue sky, embarked on a run all the way to the final.
I don't think anybody thought that Jamie would do that in PC1, but it proved to be the case. But has he backed that up?
96.
I'm not so
So you
sure.
require 111.
And the proof of that is that he qualified 58th out of 64 players.
Double 16.
Game shot.
All the ones for leg one for Joe Cullen.
Second leg, Jamie to throw first.
It looks like we might be seeing a bit of that Rolls Royce Joe Cullen. The early signs are good for Cullen, who is in that band of players who won plenty of titles last year, but hasn't won any yet this year.
Not yet.
He's going to have a big day at a major. He did win the Masters in 2022. Hughes, though, opening with a maximum in leg 2.
He's had good runs in majors this year, though. Could have been his time in Blackpool, but he did, and I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying this, but he did look a bit edgy at the start of that semi-final in Blackpool.
40.
Yeah, he lost out in the end to Nathan Aspinall, who went on to win it. Finally seems to have put an end to his
81.
Ali Pali hoodoo as well in recent years. Brilliant game against Michael van Gerwen in 2021 in the 4th round. Seemed to change that.
60.
His best run at the time. He then lost out in 2023 to the eventual champion Michael Smith.
Yeah, I just wonder what he's got in the locker for this year, because I can't wait to watch him at Alexandra Palace, especially after 2021 when he broke John Part's voice in half.
But you're right, semi-final at the match play and Grand Prix this year. Following on from a final in the Premier League the previous year and that Masters win.
Require 137.
It's not about what he's done previously now. I think Cullen's had the kind of season where we can honestly say it's about what you do next, Joe, and it's how you prepare for that next that might define you.
97.
He's got to work very hard to get that next title and to have some more sustained success. You can't expect it to just arrive.
59. Jamie, you require 40.
Double top for Yozza. Here's a tops.
Game
There you
shot,
go.
stagger leg.
It's like it's his birthday. Or one of his pals.
Maybe a few of his pals in the audience.
That follows him around, doesn't it, that interview?
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, well, you will not be disappointed. Just search Jamie Hughes' birthday on social media and you'll come across a very nice little dedication from him.
I was as close to him then as I am to you now when he said that, and I was trying to keep a straight face on live television. He was in such a good mood, and he always is. He's great company as Yozza.
100.
He's gone for a bit of a bold look at the minute, hasn't he? The beard is quite dark. Looks like a musketeer. He's got a new dart shirt as well. Looking very flashy. The back of his shirt looks like an episode of the 1960s Batman.
85.
I'm starting to look at how this tournament's shaping up. So, second round matches confirmed for tomorrow. Gerwin Price against Kim Huybrechts. Thank you. Stephen Bunting against Jan van Veen. Thank you. Ross Smith against Michael van Gerwen.
Thank you.
And they're all in the same section of the draw. That's all in the same section of the dartboard from Jamie Hughes there. Yeah, the bottom of that section, Matt Campbell against Mario van den Behaarde. Winner of Chisnell Evans, which is on stage now, Lee Evans, that is, takes on Chris Dobie. Rob Cross meets Luke Woodhouse. Josh Rock against Gabriel Clemens, and Niels Zonneveld takes on Johnny Clayton. That's the top half.
20.
Bottom half, Gary Anderson versus Dimitri Vandenberg.
Like it.
James Wade, Steve Lennon. Luke Humphries, Radek Zhiganski. Ryan Searle, Ricardo Pietrezco. And then this bottom section, Hetta Dukes, Kyvenhoven Dolan, Watermana Veenstra, and the winner of this faces Ryan Joyce.
So what you're saying is the top section of the draw is a little bit sick.
Yeah, stacked, I think, is the phrase we use.
100.
Super
Joe, you
stacked.
require 58.
And Cullen will be super stoked to be in that bottom section. Certainly if he wins this game. But he has to do that first. He's missed a couple of darts to lead it.
Jamie, you require 92.
Treble 20. First port of call. Oh, it's down for the 17s. No shot. And that's one of the reasons why people do go for the 25 and ball
Joe, you
on that combination.
20. Game shot.
Cullen takes the lead, and I love that you use that word stoked, by the way.
Full play.
I don't
Jamie,
want
the throw
anybody
first.
to ever forget the game he had with Corey Cadby at the World Championship, because if you've never seen Cullen versus Cadby, that was entertainment personified. In bold, underlined, in brackets, with fireworks. It was majestic. And that was Cullen's first win at Ali Pali. You don't get many matches like that. That's why they stick in the memory.
57.
Which sticks in the memory the most today for you from what we've seen here on stage 2?
Huybrechts against Schindler. That was very good indeed.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
It's just the fact that Martin Schindler will be back at his apartment right now thinking, how on earth did that just happen? 4 match darts, 2 different visits, obviously. At a double that he adores.
If you haven't been following today, we have lost the #1 in the world, Michael Smith, the world champion. The Grand Slam winner of 2020, Jose de Sousa. We've also seen Andrew Gilding, the UK Open winner, depart.
Like we said earlier, the European champion and match play champions aren't even here.
34.
So, bit of carnage on Friday. So what's Saturday going to give us?
Yeah, really looking forward to it. We have another double session of darts here on stage 2.
But is it going to involve Jamie Hughes, or will he be back in the West Midlands by the time Joe Cullen gets back to the hockey?
99.
$154 on offer for Cullen.
60.
It won't matter if he
Joe,
doesn't
you
take it
require
out in 3 darts. He can do it in 6.
$94.
That was a dodgy visit until dart 3. All of a sudden, it's so much easier.
$100. Joe, you require 60.
Well, how easy did he leave tops here? 2/3 of the bed, maybe. Clear look at double 10.
40.
Giving Hughes chances, isn't he?
Jamie, you require
Darts are going in feather-like as well. They're not going in with authority. They are wobbling a little bit when they get to the board. Well, that's that chance gone. And Cullen has been given additional chances. You've got to take full advantage of this. You can't let Yozza back into the match.
42.
3-1 and a break
Joe,
to
you
boot.
require 20.
Can work off that. Can work off that.
Game shot on the full flag.
Made his way down into that bed
Fifth leg,
to
Joe,
open
to
up a
throw first.
bit of daylight. 3-1.
What would you grade Cullen's season? If it was, you know, A, B, C.
Well, you judge people by their previous standards. So for me, I would maybe B-, C+.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. And I think he would say the same.
But this
He would
performance,
see this year as a failure.
55.
this performance is just starting to improve a little bit. That 180, an indication of that. He's not having much thrown at him by Jamie Hughes.
One other thing as well that is on the horizon for Cullen that has not been for a while is that towards the start of next season, he may
100.
have to go to a qualifier for a European Tour event, and he has not done that for the best part of 8 years. He's got the biggest live streak of consecutive European Tour events played. If he plays in the first 6 events next year, he will equalise the record of 80 consecutive tournaments by Ian White. But it's much easier to do that if you're seeded. He can't affect that at the Worlds or here, so he has to do that at the start of next season. But what he would love between now and then is to have something to bolster his confidence.
Yes. 1 dart in hand, 75 remaining. Went for the treble 17 to leave himself on double 12.
This is not good scoring from Jamie Hughes. It's been too erratic.
Joe, you require 24.
Again, it's a really good dart to work from. Double-barreled marker. It was almost a mirror from the double 10, wasn't it? But he didn't manage to make it. He will get more goes. Hughes really not at the races right now.
Ironically, the best marker he had was the 3rd dart.
100.
Yeah, leave him in. Go and get
Joe,
another
you
set.
require 24.
If only you could do that. Double 6, different target.
Doesn't want to come inside.
Game
That's
shot
where he
on the
wants to
fifth
go.
leg.
And it looks like Joe Cullen may well be going through. It's 4-1 now. He's 2 away from the win. Hughes needs to get his skates on.
It's not Mensa Sudovic. If you don't know that story, Mensa Sudovic was walking around with ice skates on as part of a mental coaching program, and at the time he was playing the best darts of his career. But Yozza in skates?
105.
Not sure about that one.
Well, I tell you what, he will be disappointed here because Joe Cullen's been there for the taking, hasn't he?
And nothing hurts as much as that when your opponent hasn't played that brilliantly and you can't take advantage of it.
He has been the superior slinger in the game, there is no doubt about that, but Cullen has missed 11 darts at double in this match, and one of the most frustrating things as a darts player must be to see your opponent miss those darts and not be in a position to do anything about it.
Absolutely. I feel like a sitting duck. There's nothing you can do.
Cullen's just doubled his maximum tally for the game, joining Hughes on 2.
64.
Sensible. Now the bullseye is out of the equation for next time. What he would do for a nice clean take. What he would give for a big 6-1 victory, just to have no stress going into the next round, because I guarantee you, if he does get this done quickly, it's going to be a lot harder against Ryan Joyce tomorrow.
Well, it's going to take something big, something bold, something brave for Jamie Hughes to turn this around. Something like this.
The way you were talking there, Murph. Unfortunately, there's nothing blue on the board.
60.
Well, he seems to be on borrowed time in this match, Jamie Hughes. That's a certainty. And that might well make certain of it, because not only does he win the leg, he breaks the throw. And Joe Cullen has got multiple lives now to close this game out.
What was I saying about Daryl Gurney earlier? When he won the title, he didn't play brilliantly in round 1, but he won. You can play out of your skin in rounds 1 and 2, but it doesn't win you the title. It just gets you through to the next round, and that's what Joe is doing right now. He's doing enough.
I do just want to mention, you may have heard a few singing, there's only one Joe Cullen now. There was a warm moment during the build-up to this match, where right on cue there, Russ Bray had his name sung out, the iconic 180 call from the soon-to-be retiring referee. Was given full voice from the audience, wasn't he? There's only one Russ Bray, a lovely touch for those that have heard that news, that he's going to bow out after the World Championship final, which he will officiate.
56.
They might even give him a walk-on at Ali Pali.
He might have just given them an idea, Paul.
I think they should. I think it's a great idea, and it's a cool song he walks out to as well.
26.
Well, there you see again, Cullen not on a finish, and Hughes just can't do anything to even get near him.
Yeah, he's got nothing in the scoring department to worry Joe, and he's just floating towards the finishing line here. He might just need 2 more darts to get it done, whereas Hughes needs 3 perfect darts just to get to a finish by the looks of it. And that's not going to do it.
79.
Whatever he's been searching for, he hasn't found it in this game, Jamie Hughes, and Joe Cullen can close it out here on double 16.
36.
Not yet, but he will get more chances. He will have more goes.
Hughes will feel that this will be his last visit of the tournament. His last darts before he goes to North London.
Just has to stop himself here to ensure he leaves a finish.
Got to go at 25. Well thought out, but 85. It may be a moot point.
Joe, you require 32. Game.
Cullen claims it. The curtain closes on Friday's action here on stage 2 with victory for Joe Cullen. Jamie Hughes just could not get going. Cullen was not at his spectacular best in that game, but he did enough. Outscored Jamie Hughes by some distance and denied him many goes at double. In fact, Hughes only had 3 darts at a double in the entire game, and the rock star is off the mark and will take on Ryan Joyce in the second round, in which the action gets underway tomorrow. Do join us, a double session of darts once again here on PDC TV as the Players' Championship final continues, and Joe Cullen will be there. We hope you will too. See you tomorrow.